Alrighty. So I'm just shy of a box of dimes, $200 worth, and I am really, really hoping to find something in them. And not just dimes, something more than just dimes. But we will see. If you've been here for a while, hey, legit. Thanks, man. If you've been here for a while, you know I really don't have good luck with most coins other than finding copper and copper and some pennies. So I want to actually just get this roll right out of the way. In this box, it's all like green Loomis rolls like this. But for some reason, there's this white one. I'm right there with you, Casey. I think I'll find at least $200 worth of dimes. I think that's a guarantee. But getting anything more than that, I don't know. It doesn't really look like this roll that I was so excited for was that. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link if anybody wants to hop on in and hang out for a bit. Yeah, they all look really new. I was pretty excited. I'm like, oh, this is a different color. There must have been a mistake. But I don't think there is. Hey, Heath, we went through the wheel pretty fast. The winner was 87620. But your numbers kind of hung in there. Your one number hung in there pretty well. Hey, man.
How's it going?
It's going.
Good. How's everybody doing tonight?
Going to Cladville.
Man, my camera's awful fuzzy, isn't it?
Not a single thing. I'm glad I didn't save that to the end and be all excited for the whole time. Will you, Donna? Are you trying to get your silver count up?
Just want to say hi to Donna. How are you? One of my favorite ladies out there. Hi, legit. How's it going? Hey, Heats. KC, obviously. Good seeing you guys. Sorry, my nose is a little stuffy. We were sick earlier this week, so I'm still a little nasally.
Yeah, no, I take a quick look at the edges in hope that maybe I made a mistake, but you're right. It's just a waste of time. And since we have 200, yeah, Cladville is pretty warm, but it's also really boring. It's like, I don't know, my hometown, I guess is the way to put it.
Hey, Bionic Bull.
We're having a real party in here tonight, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. How's that awesome cat of yours?
Oh, he's always a jerk when I bring the camera on. You know that? It's like he just gets jealous.
Because you're talking to friends, that's all.
That's pretty much it. He's like, listen, I'm the only creature on the face of the earth that you need to pay attention to. So
yeah,
this needs to stop.
I don't know if you guys ever saw this shirt before. It's not showing it, is it? Hold on a second. One of my favorite old shirts. There we go. Can you see that? I was raised on the street.
Oh, there you go. I agree, Don. I think maybe he just wants to be part of the show.
Because you hog the camera. Who hugs the camera? Oh,
I do.
Are you?
From
Yeah.
Nigel. Hey, Bionic Bull. There will be one piece of silver in this box. That's what I am telling existence.
Boy, there's an awful lot of shine in those rolls, man.
And a lot of brown edges. It's disgusting.
Now, when you see rosies, silver rosies, I find that it's one thing when it's like a mercury dime or it's whatever, but a rosy, I find sometimes those are still shiny, you know? And I guess the edges, you'd still see the silver, but I don't know. They seem so much shinier than the other ones. That's why I like the older ones.
He's a mutt, Donna. He's like mostly Maine Coon, but he's a mutt.
It's a dinosaur. That thing's like almost the size of my dog.
He's not. I wish he was that big. I'm happy he's not because of his personality. But I don't know. He's like the size of my torso when he lays on me.
He's got to be, what, 20 pounds?
Just, yeah. I have to take him to the vet here pretty soon.
You don't have a Merc you can sneak in?
Well, I mean, you know, I might have to do that to make these lives a little bit more exciting. Just like, hey, this was also one.
Spill them all over the table. Whoops. Oh!
Oh, this one that's already in a case seems to have fallen right out of a roll. How crazy is that? I did find a what was it? Like a 1949 quarter a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I always think to myself, I'm like, why do I have this luck when I'm just sitting here watching stupid shows?
Right. No one's there to watch it. No one's there to see it.
Yeah.
Megan says hi to everybody, by the way.
Does she know we all love her?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hey, Megan, you know everybody loves you, right?
Oh, yes, I do.
Here. She said, oh, yes, I do.
So sorry I sound like a man.
She's like, sorry, I sound like a man.
I mean, I don't, so someone's got to, right?
Yeah, right. She gets on the phone. She's like, hi, my name's Megan.
That's horrible.
Oh, yeah. She's been off this whole week. Our kids came back from Florida with their dad. They went to Walt Disney World, and they came back, and they were both sick. And then we just knew it was like, oh, it's only a matter of time. And they went back to their dad's for the weekend and came back here. And by the time they got back here, we were both sick. Well, first she was sick, and one day later I got it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I try to make those the best rolls you can find in the world, Casey.
Those were pretty awesome rolls there for sure. You were doing.
I was looking for I took your advice and looked up like half ounces of silver and stuff, but they're significantly overpriced in my opinion for what they actually are.
You mean for like the $9.99 silver, or what are you talking about for the $50 silver?
Casey brought up how we could instead of just doing it the way I did it in these sacks, get like a half ounce of silver and put it in there, the half ounce rounds.
Oh,
but they're pretty expensive in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, the half ounce rounds they're not like a half, you don't pay X amount for the ounce and then exactly half. That's for sure. You pay more than half for the half ounce ones.
Yeah. But I did take your thought into consideration, Casey.
Half rounds go from 15 to 20. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to remember, legit. I don't own a chain of banks like you do. I'm poor.
We just got to get your rock crusher working.
You got to start it up. That's right.
Yeah. Once you start smashing some rock, you might be less poor than you think.
It's just sitting in my living room, just sitting there. Like,
I'm gonna
hey,
send you some rocks. I'm literally gonna send you some rocks to crush. Will you do that if I send you rocks?
Well, it's like I have all the rocks that I've been saving up from.
Is that one different?
Huh?
Did that one look different? No, maybe not.
No, I'm not
I don't know.
seeing
From
it.
here, it looked different. Oh,
Yeah, I just have to stop selling my time to other companies. Like you haven't been able to get coins at all, or you just haven't been able to find good coins.
How's it going, Heath?
Great, man. You?
Good. Yeah, not bad.
Hold on. You got a rock crusher and you're not crushing any rocks?
Yeah, no, that is the truth to the situation. It's just
Really?
right now it's like a centerpiece in my living room.
I think after he's done these dimes, you ought to just put it on mute so it doesn't, kill his system or whatever. But just start throwing rocks through there, man. Who cares about your neighbors? Don't worry about it. It's not that
What's
bad.
that?
He
What's
just
it look
bought
like? Oh,
He
well,
just bought
still.
the thing and set it up. The thing's like brand new.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, dude. Can you imagine? I'd be like, I'd be sitting
how
out on my
many-
land right now, just crushing everything.
How many fucking rocks I got to
I
crush?
like is the ones that do this. Have you seen those where they have the lines and they just barely move?
Yeah, it's
but
a
it's
jaw
just-
crusher.
Yeah, I really like the looks of those. I mean,
Yep.
it just seems like it takes a lot less to break down the rock that way. But
They're kind of expensive, and
Yo,
it's hard to
I'm
get one
sure.
really small.
yeah, no, I agree. But it would be. I don't know that I have. I don't know that I have anything on the land to make it worth it. But I'll tell you, I'd love to find out that I did, and then you could just. Oh my gosh! I mean, they're obviously doing something up there. So I don't know.
Well, you know that last video you watched of mine?
Donna says, I grow rocks here. You pick up a rock, and tomorrow you got 2 more.
Right. You grow 'em here too.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
you watched that
Rocky,
last
Mike.
video I posted, right?
The last video posted, hold on. It was when you were testing?
Yeah.
Yep. I did see it. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Good spot, huh?
Yeah, we'll talk off of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we should go to a spot where there's definitely no gold and dredge the crap out of it.
Yes.
Because I'm itching. It's sitting literally 25 feet away from me, full tank of gas. It needs to be run out. We'll call it testing.
I'll fill you more in on talking off of here.
Yeah.
But
You got my number.
my God.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I remember when I went out with Stu Deasy and I went out to his place, and it was a secret location. I mean, I couldn't even tell you where it was. I've never been out there in New York before. And I just remember pulling up to the thing and we tried my old dredge, the one that I didn't have the right setup to catch it. My own fault. I mean, I was just using a stream sluice. I didn't know that I needed something different. And I was just pumping water over that thing. And we emptied it off. And every time we'd empty it off, we're like, but tiny, little itty bitty tiny. Now I'm realizing, of course, it was rolling right off the end and going right back into the piles. But
Oops.
New York's got some.
Nigel,
really
so you're
good
still
knowledge.
listening, correct?
Yeah. I'm just trying to find a picture of the
So
rock crusher.
last Saturday, I happened to be bopping in and out of some coin rooms.
Yep.
And I got a pretty good score.
Nice. What'd you get?
I got 1.5 grams pizza nugget.
Really?
Nice. Oh yes, I saw that. I did see that. Where were you at? That was Dreadpools, Gypsies. I don't remember which one it was. You were on one, and I was like, I think I had one. I don't even know if I had a spot on that one, but I saw
It was
you
at
win. And I'm
Tees.
like, that's a good one to win.
It was at
Yeah.
Tees.
Tees, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Yup.
Congratulations on that one. That was what was that? That was like what was that? A 3 gram?
Gram and a half.
Gram and a half.
Take a guess how much, Nigel?
There's a gram and a half that you paid.
Well,
No.
it was in a drawing.
Yeah.
Oh, was it
Actually,
a
it was in a
$5
race.
drawing?
Yep.
That's crazy.
It
Yeah.
was $10 for two things for racing.
I remember us talking a while back on how the races we never have much luck. I've only won a couple of those,
Me as well, dude.
but I bet that was worth all the ones that you haven't won, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Are you
Sure
trying?
was.
What's the? You guys are talking about finding 2022's. Hold on a second. Where did I just see it? It just went somewhere. 2022D. And I didn't know that's what we're looking for or anything, but Megan's been finding a bunch of brand new coming over to me going, hey, check these out. They're brand new pennies all the time, but I didn't know they were worth anything for anything. Is there a reason why people are looking for the D's?
I don't know about that. I just am starting to find the 2022 quarters. So yeah,
You bought
that's
one
what
of
my
those?
rock crusher is.
That's pretty cool right there, man.
Nice.
I could turn my other little dredge motor into one of those now that I'm looking at it. It has the same. How many horsepower is that?
Oh, let me take a quick look.
You know, it looks just like my other one. That's why I asked. My small one, you know.
Nigel,
It's on sale right now.
How much?
You bought
Uh,
the motor and the thing together, or was it two separate pieces you put together?
Yup, I bought the motor and the rock crusher together, but you did have to mount the motor on it.
Oh, 16.
How much?
Right now it's
Wow.
about 1,700.
I know why you've been working your ass off.
No joke, right?
Yeah,
Well,
well, and that's it too.
listen.
Is like you want certain things, then and then you get
Yeah.
them, and you're unable to really even use them.
Oh my God, you got to
So
just
do you-
do it.
So
Throw
do you
some,
want
just
some,
concrete. Doesn't even matter. Let's throw some stuff through it.
No fucking concrete.
I don't care what we.
Let's throw some
Let's
stuff
break
through
something
it.
tonight. Damn it.
I'll send you some New York quartz encrusted rocks and some Vermont encrusted rocks.
You want me to crush all of it and send you the powder back?
Pan it.
Want you to
Crush
fucking
it.
pan it out
That's
and
all
learn
I
how to
want
do
you
a
to do if I
pan.
send you rocks. Find out if there's gold in it and tell me. If there is, I'll go back and start loading up.
Well, I still have
I
some of
know
your
there's
rocks,
gold in there.
Jeremy, too, that you sent me when I was first getting out. I still have a bunch of your rocks.
Really?
Yeah. Yup.
What did I send you? Oh, I sent you stuff from my land.
I believe so. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I you know what's funny is I don't have nothing left for my. I mean, it's not that I have nothing left. I could go out to the land, but I think you were the only one I ever sent rocks to from my land. Out of everybody else, I sent stuff from the White Mountain National Forest, other places. But I want to say I sent you a couple of chunks that almost looked like granite, and there was a bunch of different. Like I remember that now that you say that.
Yep, I still have your rocks. I just have to like say, you know what? We're taking a couple of days off and we're gonna run that motor. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Hell yeah, dude.
Good evening, Rocky Mountain. How are you? Nice seeing you again. Hope your trip was well. Thanks, Donna.
That was pretty cool. I was screaming on my side too. I was like, I mean, you know,
I know you
anybody who doesn't win for that half a second goes, damn it. But then I knew
know
who
you
won
were.
right away, and I was like, yes.
I know you were.
Yeah, I was. I was
I'm-
excited for you. I was
I'm sitting
jumping
on my side going, oh, man, it's got to get to him right now.
Only
Oh,
for a sec, though. Only for a sec. And then afterwards, it immediately turned into, that's so awesome that he won it. Like, I love when someone I know wins, you know?
I should
So-
be getting that tomorrow.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I only get a damn frog. Now he's sitting in my bureau waiting for Heath to get it so he can blow it up. He's literally
Gonna
covered
go
up.
boom.
He's hiding under all my shirts and stuff because I don't want to even look at him. It makes me nervous now that you said that. I've never. I've had this thing however many years, never made me nervous at all until Casey sent it back saying it was bad luck. Since then, I've been looking at this frog cross-eyed like, I don't trust you, frog. Screwing up my stuff. So he goes in the bottom drawer instead of he used to be out where everybody could see it. But the first picture I have is the ugly prospector. He's sitting on my shoulder. If you guys go back to my first videos, the frog is sitting on my shoulder. It was like when it wasn't even when I first got him. It was I had that and like a safari hat on, not a safari hat, but it was a different kind of. It was my prospecting hat. I can send you some rocks, Casey, if you have reason for wanting rocks. I think at the time Nigel's guy was looking to. You were looking to crush stuff even back then. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, and I still have manual one.
What's that?
You made your manual one, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be happy with one of those at this point.
Those manual ones are great ways to bust up your hands. I'll tell you that.
Well, can be for sure. Yeah.
You seen the one that I made, Joseph, right? I have the same one. So. Yeah, I made.
Oh yes, you know what you did? You sent me a picture. That's right. Yeah. I got no way to crush rocks. Me neither right now, man. Me neither. Actually, I tried last year, maybe it was the year before, actually. And I was putting rocks in a t-shirt and just smacking the crap out of them with a hammer, and it really wasn't. If there was gold in there, it would have gone through the bottom of the t-shirt where it kept breaking open and flown out, I'm sure. So even if I had gold, I wouldn't have probably found it. I got to get a crusher at some point, whether it's a manual. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be motorized.
All right.
My motors right now are set up for,
I'll tell you how you can. I'll tell you both how you can probably get one out of simple things that you guys already know that exist. And you never thought about putting these two things together and using them for what they are. However, if you guys go check out Dylan Miller's Prospecting and watch one of the videos, the last video or the one just before it, it wasn't a live, just a normal video. He'll show you a very affordable way to do it. It's a little bit more labor intensive, kind of like that thing that I made for me and Joe. Yeah. However, it's nowhere near as big, but it's just as effective. So again, go watch Miller's Prospecting, and he'll give you a fantastic way to do it.
Huh. I'll have to check it out. I watch him every now and again.
Not really a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, they're not even really that expensive, even if you wanted to buy one that's pre-made, hand done. You can also pull one to you can build a small one to your I have a grinder. So if you have a grinder, they sell a little thing that's really not that expensive that has the chainmail in there.
Yeah.
And it'll literally take, I forget what it is, 1.5 inch, 2 inch rocks or whatever. And you drop them in there and it'll just chew them up and spits it out as powder. Even that would work, I suppose, but I don't know. It would. It's loud. That's loud. Would.
But yeah, not trying to promote his channel on here, but
I like Dylan Miller. I have no problem with Dylan Miller.
The idea that he come up with is probably it's a really good idea, and surprisingly, I'm sure he's not the only one to do it, but he's definitely the first one that I've actually seen put it together with a video.
But how long does it last? I'm not sure what you mean. How long does what last? You mean like the small ones, as far as like are you talking about crushing rocks?
Yeah, I think so. So that's what she was saying. I'm assuming she's talking about the round right. With the chains.
Yeah, I don't know how long it would last. It's really hard for the price of it. I think if you got a year or two out of it, you'd probably do it pretty good. I don't know though. I've never seen anybody with one long enough to give an opinion on it, but I should probably look at that. But the rock crusher, yeah. Again, it's all on what you put into it. Something like it's really a smaller version of what Nigel's guy has. That's what I think I like about the other this version is there's almost nothing to break. It's a very small cam that makes that thing really not as much of a there's not a lot that's going to break on that.
The deal with the jaw crushers, the more you use them, the harder they get.
Yeah,
Plates.
right.
Yeah, the more you use them, the harder they get.
I'm starting to hate Loomis here. I'm just telling you.
No, I'm right there with you, man.
I think I don't know if I keep telling people this, and I don't know if they're doing it or not, or if I'm crazy. But I think when you walk in the bank, tell them you're not going to accept any rolls that do not have dust on them. I
If
want
they're
dust.
not what?
I want dust on my rolls. That's
Oh,
what I
right.
One's from
I'd
the
like
back of the
rolls,
vault.
I want dust on them. To give
The
me
bank
the
I go to, they don't even like. What they'll do is they'll open like people's rolled rolls and then re-roll them. There,
Oh, really?
yeah, just to make sure there's no money issues. But I'm just like, dang, man.
That keeps it. In other words, someone there smart enough to be already checking for any silver is what that means.
Yeah,
Yep.
Especially if they've told you that. If they've told
Nigel.
you that, that's all out pretty much telling you that you'll never find anything from them.
well, and you know,
Gotta find
there's
that
been
old
a couple of boxes where I found like a coin here and a coin there, but again, like it's never. It's never on camera, so I feel like even talking about it makes me kind of feel like seem like I'm making it up. You know what I mean?
It happens. You know, hey, it happens. I think it's luck. It's luck when you get. You know, I mean, at this point, can you think of back in the '60s? You think back in the '60s and '70s, all those boxes of coins you were getting were loaded. They were loaded. People weren't even collecting them hardly at all at that point.
Right.
You know, God, to be able to
Time
go back in
change.
time and if you could go back in time, you'd go back into where everything was silver anyway and just trade in. But God, just the idea of going back and in '73, I was born in '73. If somebody were to grab a box of whatever in 1973, chances are they would have had a ton of silver in there. You know.
Well, this is kind of disappointing. I didn't find a silver. Wow, what is that?
Don't tell me it's a penny.
No.
Well, so that happened to someone else the other day on a quarter roll. They got a penny, and
It's a 1979 Australian 1 cent.
so a penny, an Australian
Nice.
penny.
Hold on, it's got like a beaver or something on there.
Beaver.
I
It
got a
reminds
couple
me of Heath in my face.
of
What is that?
Uh,
Yeah, this is gonna be the find of the night, everybody. I'll tell you what.
well, and what's sad about that though is that
Rarity.
you found something cool in it, and it's depreciated by 9 cents or whatever. Now I'd go back in and be like, I want dusty rolls. You guys give me a penny in my damn. We saw it. It's on TV. We watched it. They owe you 9 cents. Maybe one of them will be a wheat penny. Speaking of which,
Right.
Megan came home the other day, empties her pocket like she does every day. She empties her pocket on the table, came back from the store, and she's like, 2 wheat pennies. 2 wheat pennies and something else. I forget what it was now. And I'm like, that was just in your change, like from the store. Somebody literally, she goes, yeah, same place. Like literally gave her 4 pennies and blah, blah, blah. And 2 of them were wheat pennies. I was
That's
like,
crazy.
Let's go back. Just empty all your pennies right here. I'll buy them all. What else you got?
You know how we have the take a penny, leave a penny thing?
Yeah.
Dude, I've
You're
been
always in
getting,
there dropping 25 cents and I'll take 4 or 5 of those. Yeah. Never
yeah,
thought about doing that, but I should.
yeah. I
a great
definitely
idea.
take a penny or leave a penny, and if I don't have any pennies and I took pennies, well, then I'll leave silver.
Yeah. Or plaid.
Yeah, glad.
Yeah.
Either way, but yeah,
Yeah.
I've gotten
No, it's great.
Probably
No one
the
would
last-
question anything because you're leaving more than what you're taking.
probably in the last 2 months now. I've probably gotten 25 wheat pennies.
Wow, nice. Nice. That's cool.
And then the other side of it is you don't always find a wheat penny, but you definitely find copper pennies.
Right.
So I've been taking them too. What are you doing, young man?
I'm trying to block the light just enough. There we go. So I don't have the damn line going through the middle of my
Oh,
thing. You know, it just drives me nuts that the laptops that are out there, unless you're willing to spend $1,200, you're not going to get an HD camera built on. It just drives me absolutely crazy.
Hey,
I don't
I
get
can
it.
help you out with that.
What do you mean?
Go to Walmart and spend $25 to buy a camera.
I've got one that we had from somebody gave us one, and it's like an HD camera, but it's just like a webcam thing. But the color was awful. Like it made us look black and white. So I didn't use that. I was thinking there's got to be like a GoPro out there that I could stick on there, use that's HD, but then I could also bring underwater when I'm dredging. That's what I'd love to do. Is if I'm going to go put anything on a camera at this point, I'd really like to make it something that I could use for streaming, but then also go underwater with it because I really want some underwater footage very soon.
Yeah,
If I'm going to freeze my butt underwater, I want people to be able to see it.
Good thing we're not betting on what you're going to find tonight, Nigel.
Dude, seriously.
He has some what, Donna? What
My
does he have?
extremely low stats, what I normally bet on is would come true tonight.
They really would. And I bet nobody would have guessed that we'd get a penny.
No.
No.
I wasn't thinking that route. I was still thinking you were going to hit at least a silver or two in there, maybe one, at least one.
Well, it's almost a whole box, so you would think.
Yeah.
I mean, you would hope.
Cameras. Oh, really? I'll have to talk to her then and see. I've got my little Zoom, not my Zoom cameras, but the little microscope cameras there. I don't have like the expensive ones, but they have the little bend ones there. They work great though. I just don't use them very often. And I've got the laptop thing. I've got the thing, that all works good, but it's just the one thing that drives me nuts. I've got the mic. I've got the light. I've got the the one thing that drives me nuts is the non-HD. And if you look at it, I'm just fuzzy. I don't really get it.
Dude,
I'm not sure.
Hold on. You're fuzzy in the fucking daylight too without a camera. Don't.
Yeah, that's true too. I keep thinking it was me. I thought it was me, but then I'm realizing whether I have my glasses on or not, it didn't matter. I stayed fuzzy all the time. And I realized it's got to be a camera. I've also heard those StreamYard's different too. StreamYard, if you pay for it, then you get HD quality. If you don't pay for it, then it keeps you under 720. And
I know people that aren't paying for it, and they're just fine.
Maybe that's half of it. I don't know.
I know people that aren't paying for StreamYard, and they're fine with theirs.
They have HD on theirs. Theirs is at least 1080p.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
believe.
I think it's just my camera. I think when I asked the guy, my laptop died the other day, and it was just a RAM problem. It was covered under the warranty of it. But when he came and changed it, I said that to him about the camera, and he's like, "Oh," he goes, "you can get cameras, but not for these models." He goes, "They're going to make you pay extra because of this, this, and this before they start putting that kind of camera in." And I was like, "Oh." So he said there are ways of upgrading it. And
We find a Nigel.
Well, it was a 2000. It's just dirty. Yep, I was hoping.
Push in one hand and shit in the other.
That's right.
Which one adds up faster?
Dang it. I'm actually just gonna, because we're like got $40 left to go through. I'm just gonna open another 50 on this stream and hope that maybe I can find something other than a penny in a full box of dimes.
This will be like that penny night where you didn't find any pennies.
Yeah, right. Maybe I'll find a dime in my next penny hunt.
That'd be fucking awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I wouldn't complain. I wouldn't complain. I'm not really complaining about this either because there's a nice little animal on it. I don't know what that is.
That is cool. I've never seen an Australian penny, so you can't. I mean, that is cool.
Yeah, I don't think I have any Australian coins right now, so I'm not complaining.
You got one.
I'm gonna look.
Yeah, now I have one. That's right.
1979 Australian 1 cent.
I'm heading to bed.
You're heading to bed. Okay, honey, I love you.
Love you too.
All right. Let's
Love
see.
you, honey.
So, Current currency rate says 0.01 Australian equals 0.007 US dollars.
Whoa.
Well,
What's
that's
more here?
I mean, no. I think what it's saying is it's worth it where it's worth 1 penny there. It's not worth a penny here. It's worth a seventh of a penny. Well, point 0.07 of 0.007.
Whoa.
What I was looking to see is if it's copper. How much is it? 1910. Let's see.
It doesn't even have a melt value.
That's what I was trying to see. Queen Elizabeth II, 66 to 2022 coin type circulation coins. Oh, wait, that's US.
Get with the program, man.
I'm seeing 38 cents American and 5 cents Australian.
Oh, there you go. I had just started. Yeah, I was looking up on Google there. Huh.
KC says it's bronze.
Oh, okay. Is bronze probably not worth as much as copper, I guess, huh?
Actually, I think it is.
Really?
Bronze itself is. Yeah, it's worth more than copper.
Nice. Well, hey, anytime you get a coin that you don't already have, that's kind of cool. That's all.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you on that one too. They have a lot of animals on their pennies, dude.
They got anything with.
They got a lot of crazy different things.
A lot of, they have great artwork.
Who's just trying to get rid of one on Gypsy's channel?
I gotta get a drink.
Cash Money, I think, was just trying to get rid of one.
Oh, really? Just put fakes on or something?
I mean, yeah, that's a win in my book,
Right.
Season around my house. That's all I can smell right now.
It's a win-win. My phone will die. I'll be back in a couple.
All right.
All right. I mean, I would really, really like to find one silver dime. I would
I'd love to see a
really.
Merc in there.
What's that?
I'd love to see a Merc in there or a Barber.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I don't
I
think
love Mercs. There's just something about them. I love them. Did Heath freeze?
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's the quietest I've seen him.
that's a nice pose he's got there, right?
Who did we have on the other day? I was on somebody's thing the other day and it froze. Oh, it was my buddy. I was on Messenger with him, and all of a sudden he's from Dover, and he was one of my friends. And I'm sitting there talking to him, and all of a sudden he did this thing. He was just talking, but his face looked up, so you could see his nostrils, and he had this face and it froze. It just froze there. And of course, at this point, I'm laughing. I take my camera and I take a picture of it, so that when I say to him, "This is why I was laughing so hard," he saw why. And when he saw his face, it was so funny.
Did you get your coin holder thing finished? The 3D printer one?
Yeah. So what I got was, you mean the one that had the skulls on it and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah. So I got one, and when I got it, the coins didn't fit. So they hadn't measured. Not they. He didn't measure. He measured for the coins, the 1 ounce coins, but didn't measure for the cases.
Oh, okay.
When I went to go put them in, nothing fit, and they would just you could put one coin in or 2 coins in, but you couldn't have 3. And I kind of was like, that's kind of the point of doing it, was so I could show off all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, no problem. He went to do it again. He's had some major issues trying to get that thing done. Well, last night I think it was last night or the night before he finished it again. He made the skulls bigger so that they hid the underneath where the coins were sitting, and he spread them apart a little. They're still a little close, but they can at least fit in the what are they called? The plastic things there, the capsules. They can still fit a 1 ounce coin 3x3 in the capsule. And yeah, so he's sending that off to me. I should have that anytime. I was going to do a mail call on that, but it was very cool. Yeah, it's he's putting a thing for a 3D printer. He's selling spots for it, and somebody was going to give me a coin. It was an American Eagle. It was an American Silver Eagle. And so they said, "Hey, send that to Partridge." And so they're telling me about it. I'm like, "Oh, thanks a lot." Blah blah blah. And he goes, and American Eagle Hoarder says, "Yeah, Jeremy's the one who sent it to me." I had sent him that coin in order to, pay for some of my things or whatever. And so then I was about to win it back. And so he said, "Well, you can either do that or I'll put you on twice for the 3D printer spots." So he's doing 20 spots at, I think it's $20 a piece or whatever, which is kind of it. It's a high price unless you win it. You know what I mean? So I was like, I couldn't afford that. So I said to the guy, I can't be the one to make that decision. But if you say to him, yes, take that coin, and instead of sending it to Jeremy, get him 2 spots, so be it,
Right.
So that's what ended up happening. And so now I've got 2 spots in that. And man, I hope I win it, just because the amount of stuff. You know what I want to make is things like I want to make molds for like whether it be my cleanup sluice or whatever, but not use necessarily the 3D print. Take that 3D print and use silicone to make a soft version of the same thing. And then I could put that in my cleanup sluice, where now I have like the poop tube. It's kind of rounded off. I could actually have a 4-inch flat, that would obviously catch way more gold. And I'd love to do that and make a few different designs and stuff. And I think a lot of people would be into that. Also, those Feetzel things, people friggin' love them. They'll hold anything from a friggin' 1 ounce to a 8 or 10 ounce. It's ridiculous. And just the little feet are so damn cute. Megan started taking a few of them into work, so I got to get more of those made. So I thought hopefully I'll win this thing, and then I'll be able to make them instead of paying someone else to make them. I don't know.
He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I do have the first one. I can show you the first one. But the new one that he was redoing hasn't been finished. Oh, it's been finished. It's been sent. All right. So yeah.
And that's the one that it didn't fit in?
Right. The difference is right here and right here. These have a bigger space between them. And on this one, see how small these skulls are? They're almost twice the size. Now, if you look at it, like there's feet prints walking in the sand, and the skulls are more the size of the feet prints, which would be about what a normal person's head would be the size of a feet print,
Mm-hmm.
So that got made bigger. These got pulled apart more a little bit. And basically I'll color. My goal is to take this. Like I'll be getting one. I'd like to take this and then actually take glue and brush it on, like with a brush.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd like to take some of my really fine sands, like really fine, like I'm talking 100 mesh, maybe even, 70 mesh, and then sprinkle it all over the glue, but only on the sandy parts, only on those parts there.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll give it that texture of sand and almost look like the feet prints, it was in the sand, and then color the top of the Partridge Family Prospecting. I'm going to color this brown, And I'm going to put this, I don't know how much silver that'll hold, probably about half ounce in there, maybe of silver shot. So I was thinking like filling that with like silver shot. And then, I don't know. But this one, again, this one here was the one that was kind of, it didn't quite fit in the back here. But it's a really good rendition of like what it's going to look like. It's just a little different.
Well, I'm sure you could get a full ounce of silver grain in there, like
You might be
depending on the
able
size of the vial that you put it in.
Yeah. And then these are here with the other things that we made there.
And those worked the way you wanted them to?
Oh yeah, man. These right here, if you put a coin in them and it says PFP, it's hard to see, but I mean, if I were to do them myself, I would probably stick the PFP out and then that instead of in, and then that way what I could do is color the top of them to make it a little more noticeable from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
But these things got some distance between that. It's probably the size of a 5 ouncer wide. So if you have a longer, bigger one, you could, I took one of the pay dirt bags and stuffed it in there and was able to like let this sit with a pay dirt bag, with the feet sticking out, So here was another one of them. This is like a pink sparkly one. That's the other one that Megan brought. My glow in the dark ones are gone. I gave one to T and one to Philip the board. And I've got again, this all started from that time. I don't know if you remember, but when that thing happened on my site, the feet things, the whole reason for me doing the feet, you know the story to that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it started as a joke. I had a few people that I was sending those to. And then all of a sudden I realized so many people liked them that I'm probably, I need to make a bunch more because a lot of people like them. American Eagle Hoarder, Donna, is who I was having print those. I've also heard that Holly Nabity does it as well. And she said something about printing out some of the coin things. I don't know if she was doing feet or not, but I know that, American Eagle Hoarder is the one that worked with me with the 3D prints on these. This is just a pink one. And again, it says like PFP in there. This one was the first one we ever did. I really kind of like the silver ones and the other pink ones. They just came out more shiny. You could just kind of see this one here is really cool. But yeah, and what we did also is we added that to it instead of just having it, because these tended to tip over once you put a couple ounces in there. Once you got 2, 3, 4 ounces, it wanted to get tippy. By adding this, you can put like 10 ounces in there. It won't tip over. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So I don't know. It was just kind of neat. To be honest, it's more of a brain thing for me. I start watching those things print, and I'm just like watching every single layer just print by one little, dab at a time. I get into that, and I'll just stare at it. I'd be able to stare at that all night, T uses them. Oh, the you mean the feet things? Yeah. She was great. I sent her. She was, I think, the first person I sent one to. And funny, she was like, I told her I was going to send her cheese one time. She's like, I don't want cheese. I want pickles.
Huh?
I don't know how to freaking make pickles, man. So I was going to make them. And I'm like, you know what? You're getting cheese anyway. So I sent her a little small thing of cheese. And she said, I sent her the spicy stuff. You didn't get the spicy stuff, did you?
No, I did.
You did?
Pepper jack?
No, the habanero.
Oh, no.
The habanero is like burn your lips off, but it's so good. And so she says, I tried the habanero first. The problem is it was so good. She goes, I kept eating it, burned my lips off. She goes, and I tried to eat the Swiss. I couldn't even taste it.
Oh, see, that's what's wrong with you people with your spicy stuff.
I like it though. To me, like I don't lose the flavor of it, but I wouldn't eat Swiss second. I would eat Swiss first. But yeah, I got to make a bunch of them. At this point, I think he charges, I don't know. It's like right around, I think it's $4 or $5 a feetzel for each one of these, And I feel like if I were to start printing them off myself, I'd be able to spend less and I'd do them more as giveaways, I think, but maybe if somebody was interested in a bunch, I'd sell them. But I think it would go with more of like, here buy my pay dirt or here buy this or that, and with it you'll get, a Nigel Sky Doth Try, thing, or a blah blah blah. To me it's all about the advertising, purely advertising, and I'd use it for parts. You don't have to have hard plastic. This is hard plastic, but you can get it that's, depending on the material you use, that's like a soft rubbery, and that's probably more what I'd be interested in using with it. I would make more things with it, and I would create parts for my dredge, parts for things that I use that were probably out of more material like that. But think about it, in your car, your heater goes bad, and it's this little part. It needs a little. You could literally call me, or whoever, and say, I need this part, and I can look up the part number, get it up on the 3D thing, and literally build that same part. The idea of it's kind of cool.
Right. Well, and right now there's so many like free use designs and stuff that you can get if you were to have a 3D printer. Like you can just go and like program in so much stuff that people have already like perfected,
Yeah. I've never done it, Heath. It's one thing I haven't done yet. My mother was going to share her recipe with me, and I was going to make it her way. And I just, she's been really not doing very well in the last year. So I just haven't had the, I don't know. I just didn't feel like making pickles, I guess is what I came down. I guess is what it came down to, pure laziness, man. Yeah. It's part of the, I think it's part of my ADHD. If I'm really interested in it, you can't stop me. And then if I'm kind of like, it'll sit there a year, it's just me. It's my own brain just does that.
Well, dang, man.
Excuse me.
A full box of dimes, and the best thing was this Australian 1 cent.
Was that all of them right there?
Yep, I added another 50 to it because I'm like, well, we haven't hit the hour mark yet, so this can be pretty good, I guess. But nope. So I do have to I do have to do a wheel tomorrow because 2 people bought silver. Oh, nice. So I have to do a wheel for giving away that silver to them. And I think I'll probably, because it is only the 2 people, I don't know, I'll reach out to them and see if they want to do a flip a coin or heads and tails thing or something like that. And then we'll go through some more stuff. I don't know if you're bored or something.
This is tomorrow you're doing this?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
All right, you guys. I want to thank everybody for stopping on by. I'm going to go get ready for work, you know where this is going.
Well, it was awesome seeing you, man, for sure.
Yeah, no, thanks, man. And let's talk here later tonight because while I'm working, I can do a little bit more.
Yeah, no worries. Sounds good.
All right, everybody. Stay safe and stay happy. We'll talk to you the next time.
We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one, guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you, Nigel. Sky.
Yeah, thanks, everybody.